And we're live, I think. Says but miasma every single time. Welcome back, everybody, to the Sugoi Boyz podcast, part 8. I had to look up the number right before this. Justin was there for that. I was originally going to put 10, which looked a little awkward. People would have been like, have 3 podcasts or 2 podcasts just been expunged? Like, did the government come in and take them away? Yes, they did.
We would have pulled a George Lucas.
Yeah, so welcome back. With me, as always, my good friends Art from Art of Anime and J Chip from the J Chip Show. How are you guys doing? Justin, always starting with you. How are you with your, I believe it's a Misfits shirt?
Yes, this is a Misfits shirt. It's awesome. Because Misfits are awesome.
You told me that the other day.
Halloween?
What?
Can you sing Halloween?
No, I'm not going to sing on camera.
You don't. You sing on a microphone.
I mean, yeah, you do, but I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm all right myself. You know, it's hot here still. I have the, this is going to become like part of the show, the ceremonial sweat rag for fat people going on. So there you go. Art doesn't know about that because he's like, I'm skinny and I just, I sweat.
Just toss the sweat rag over to Justin.
I sweat once a year. Art, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fine.
Nice. Per usual, we can start with what have you been watching lately, if anything, /reading, any of that nature, I suppose. For me, it's a couple things.
Something that involves with your eyes glued to a TV.
Whatever you've been doing with your eyeballs. So, I mean, for me, I've been playing Overwatch the same as always. I mean, I had like a week where I wasn't watching or wasn't playing that much because the game was pissing me off. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
And the game is still pissing me off, but I'm addicted. Like, I'm starting to think I have shades of masochism in me. Because
it's okay. That's what Blizzard does.
That's what they do, I suppose. I'm trying to think. I had read someone in God's Lias last time. Vinland Saga. I started reading book 2, and I'm on chapter 21, I think. So, like, just a hair into book 2. And that's still, like, really good. And this week I still haven't finished Chobits. The day I finish Chobits will be the greatest podcast in the history of time because
no, it won't. It'll be so anticlimactic. You'll be like, yeah, I finished Chobits. It was okay.
Because I keep doing other things. Like I started a certain magical index this week, aka To'aro Mojutsu no Index. To be a weeb about it.
Hey, Railbacks.
Hey, Killer Sushi, what's up? I'm glad you like the Dorara poster. It's pretty cool. It's from Anime Boston, actually. If you're ever in the Boston area, check out Anime Boston. And they're not paying me to say that, but Anime Boston, if you want to pay me to say that, go ahead. But yeah, so started Index, I'm like 8 episodes in, and it's pretty cool. Hey, Sweet Pete, what's up? And yeah. And there's another project that I started, but I'll talk about that more. I want to talk about that a little later. Justin, what have you been doing with your eyeballs?
A whole lot of nothing. I've been watching mainly Snow White with red hair. I'm almost done with the first season.
Okay.
It's a pretty cool show.
First season, or are we gonna wait till the whole series is over?
I'm gonna watch the second season, review both shows because they're really short.
Okay.
Is it actually about Snow White with red hair?
No. There's nothing. It has nothing to do with Snow White. This
is 2 shows in a row for you. Children of Whales, no actual whales going on. Snow White with red hair. I almost said wet hair, like I'm Elmer Fudd or something.
Snow White with red hair.
Snow White while hunting Snow White with red hair and the Children of the Whales. There's the birthday balloon that's still here, everybody.
You're not wrong with that description. If I were to say what the anime is about.
What? That it's not Snow White with red hair?
It's not.
It is.
It is Snow White with red hair, but there is a lot of hunting involved.
Okay.
Is it Snow White with the red hair? Like it's Snow White, but she has a red rabbit.
No, she has red hair. There's only one reference.
What spelling of hair are we using here?
There's only one reference to Snow White, and that's the apple. The poison apple. That's about it.
Okay.
Other than that, it's a romantic anime.
Is there a witch at least?
No,
it's the witch that provides said poison apple. So
no, because this Snow White, Shiroyuki, she makes poison, and she's really good at it.
Shiroyuki, her name means white snow. Look at that. Fun. I know because my IRL last name is White, and I looked it up how to say it in Japanese once, and every anime on Earth has a character named Yuki. Because they all like that snow stuff. Well, that's cool. Have you so you've been watching Snow White. Have you read anything? Anything else with your eyeballs?
Nothing really. But I did find this cool little Sasuke figure.
Ooh.
I found him on the side of the road, and I decided to take him home.
Like why do you find stuff in the most like ridiculous? He finds pawn shops that sell anime for like 3 cents.
Yeah.
He finds really cool figures on the side of the road, and then he'll put like. I'm not surprised you're gonna have like a wall scroll someday. That's like, I love how the balloon. There's a fan going on, and that balloon is going to keep blowing around. I hope that's not incredibly distracting for everyone. But I also, at the same time, I hope it is incredibly distracting.
Wait, what happened?
You'll see it. It'll come into frame. I have a fan on pretty high blast, and like every once in a while, the air current will blow that balloon back in.
Oh, okay.
But Justin finds pawn shops with $5 anime, pop figures on the side of the road. He's going to find a Dakimakura that doesn't have jizz on it someday. He's going to be that one guy, you know?
Before I took my headset off and had to go see what my cat was screaming at, I was saying Sasuke kind of looks like he came out of McDonald's.
Yeah, he kind of looks like a McDonald's toy, doesn't he?
Sasuke would never have McDonald's.
Naruto would.
Yeah, because Naruto's a normal guy. Sasuke would be like, I don't know. Sasuke would prefer like a weird restaurant.
He probably go to like
Naruto gets the Happy Meal. Sasuke gets the Mighty Kids meal.
The Mighty Kids. And he brings his own Capri Sun Big. He can't drink no normal Capri Sun. It's gonna be the big one. Yeah. Oh my god! All right, Art. What have you been watching?
I'm still watching Hunter x Hunter. I was reading the Zaragoto light novel. Me and Justin finished Noragami Aragoto.
Ooh.
Yep.
I like Noragami a lot.
We watched some really weird claymation thing called Lemon Home.
Oh.
It's about like 11 that rescued a lost girl.
Yeah.
Nice.
We also saw something called No Littering.
Oh yeah, I've seen that like 7 times though.
It's only a minute long.
The only claymation one I've seen is Chainsaw Maid, which Mal counts. Mal counts that as anime, but they don't count the Red Turtle, and they don't count Avatar. Even though I get it from like their argument, like Avatar doesn't have anybody Japanese working on it. But
it does have Korean people working on it, though.
That's true. Yeah, as in most animation. But the fucking Red Turtle was legit produced. I believe it's produced by Studio Ghibli. It just happens to be made by also Dutch people. Happen to come up with ideas and work on it. And so, according to Mao, it doesn't count. I watched that on a plane to Japan, by the way. Because I could not sleep. And that was one of like the 12 movies I watched. Yeah, it was a good time. And there's no dialogue, which I thought would like help me get to sleep, and it didn't. But so to tonight's topic, I kind of wanted to delve into sort of like an introspective look at us and talk and sort of maybe bounce off of each other as to why we do what we do here on YouTube. And maybe talk a little bit about maybe what kind of inspired me with this topic was 2 videos recently done by Justin, his little Q&As, which are hilarious, by the way. Please go watch Justin's Q&As. They're great. And you need to do more of those, sir. In fact, if you have a Q&A question for Justin, throw it in the chat right now. He'll answer anything about anything. Doesn't care how personal it is. Just kidding. He does care.
How big is your dick, Justin?
And so do I. Over 9,000 inches. If you want to go to sleep, go watch Handshakers. Light Lelouch, what's up, dude? Light Lelouch probably still has not dropped Black Clover, by the way.
Nope.
But so yeah, I want to delve into like why do anime YouTube? Like why did we sign up for this thankless job? Where even if you have Patreon, they'll always ask you Hunter x Hunter review when. As per Bob Samurai's comment section on every video. Yeah, so because I had put the pressure on everybody, I'll go first, I suppose. For me, in terms of like, this was my second venture into anime YouTube. I'm not going to link it, but you can Google. There's a channel called The All American Critic, and that is me doing actually on this old ass camera that I have here, a Coolpix L810. And the cool little Nikon that I got for like $45 from a friend, like years ago. And I had no mic. The audio is on that. Everything's on that. So that's the quality that we're talking about here. So everything was just on that. And I had started doing it because I had started watching the early YouTubers I would watch were Arcada and a little bit of Digi and Black Critic Guy and Bob Samurai. It was basically, those were like the elite 4 for me back then. And I liked each of them for like different reasons. And I kind of wanted to make my own channel where like I took what I liked that they did and kind of talk like share my opinions on certain stuff. And this was like years ago when reviews were slowly dying, but they weren't 100% dead yet. Like they kind of are now, even though I still find them rather fun. But ideally, and I don't think I really realized it back then as much as I know it now, is I see YouTube as a way to display art as you like. You can like, I love how honest you can be now. If you're going to talk about a Ghibli movie, that shit's going to get taken down. But I use it to basically say what I want to say about the things that I like. And it's cool. It's cool because, you know, maybe like in real life and even before I met you guys and everything, and before I was doing the videos, I didn't really have anybody to talk about anime with. So videos were like talking into this Logitech camera right here. This was my buddy. This was my friend. In some states we can get married. But this was me talking about how much I wasn't into show X, how much I liked, yeah. And so for me, it's just like expression, and I really like I enjoy. I would say the biggest thing comparable to the content that I want to create, and I know it's controversial because a lot of people don't like him, is Digiro After Dark. Because I enjoy the idea of a low-key, sit down and talk about whatever you want to talk about show, and I don't have nearly the audience that he does, and that's fine, but the people, I know the people that watch my videos and get an enjoyment out of them, and when I hear from those people, I'm happy even if 11 people watched it. Like, honestly, like it's for those people as much as it's for me. So that's the enjoyment that I get out of it. Does it have its ups and its downs? Yeah, we can probably get into that after. But that's essentially what I use it for and why I started. Justin, your turn.
Okay, so why I do YouTube. And it's not necessarily anime YouTuber because I do everything. I like video games, wrestling, movies. You know, and it's the reason why I'm called the J-Chip Show, because I'm not just focused on anime. I mean, if you look at my channel now, I guess it seems that way. But eventually, I'll branch out and do more video game reviews because I really want to do that. But back then, all I really cared about was just getting my word out there. And minus one friend that's out here, but out here in Wisconsin, where I'm at, there really is a lot of anime people or fans in general.
There's no anime people.
Yeah, there's no anime people.
I would hope not. I would hope amongst three-dimensional figures there isn't two-dimensional beings. That would be terrifying.
He wants a waifu. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, exactly. But like, so I'm doing YouTube mainly just to shoot the shit with people, like make friends and, you know, just talk. But I'm not motivated by numbers. I've never been motivated by that because, like, let's say everybody just says, you know what, fuck Justin, fuck J-Chip Show, unsub, and I just go down back to 0. It really wouldn't matter to me because, like, all I care about is getting the word out there. And that's really what motivates me.
Nicely put. All right.
That's about it, really.
The spotlight turns to you.
Oh, I'm scared.
As I'm pretty sure someone that's been doing this the longest. And
should visit college campus anime club. They act very awkward.
I'm sure they do. If they act anything like the Super Smash Club at my college, oh my god, those kids were like, I'm a nerd. Like, those kids were. Whew.
Yeah, but before we switch to me, Justin, would you care if you got negative views?
Oh well, like if somebody says, you know what, fuck Justin, you know, and decides to troll me or do whatever. No, let's take this literally. If you had negative 5 views on your YouTube video, I'd be proud, I guess, because, you know, something had to happen to get to that point.
Yeah, pretty great. I tell Bob Samurai this, like, he does these really funny videos about him reading hate comments. I look forward to the day where someone tells me to kill myself. That's like I feel like that's like a pinnacle. Like, if I say, like, I don't like when I did Shinsekai Yori, like, if someone, maybe in the future, someone that really holds that show to heart is going to go to my review of it and not only criticize me because I called it, I called its original source a light novel when it's not. Maybe they'll just attack my opinion and say I'm stupid and I should go jump off of a bridge.
We should dedicate like 5 minutes to hate comment reading.
I don't have enough, is what I mean. Like, I don't have them. Like, I have people. The closest I kind of have is, like, there's one dude who's commented on a couple of videos of mine that he just kind of really hates everything. I feel like he just wants to be like that dude, but it's not necessarily like ever attacking me yet. That's when you know you're successful. When someone tells you to go to a forest and hang yourself in it, that's the pinnacle. That should be like an upper echelon of like monetization. Like, they should have like numbers, and then they should have comment including the words "go to a forest and hang yourself," and they're like, yeah, that's gold standard right there. Yeah, I also want to add in, I agree with Justin. I also make videos about everything, not including anime, which is probably why me and Justin aren't as successful as a good pal.
Yeah.
So, as coming from someone who has done this, I think, the longest, and is by far the most successful of this trio, Art, why do you do the videos on the website www.youtube.com/ Yep.
Oh, okay. So that's a loaded question. Do we start with why I started or why I do it now?
Both.
Okay. I wrote a really shitty review on Erased. And instead of keeping it as a mal review, I turned it into a video. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to send this to a friend of mine because it's easier than sending her the text post. And she can listen to it instead of reading it.
Okay.
And then I did a review on the Satoshi Ito film Harmony. And that's basically where I kind of met Justin from.
Yeah.
Because I met my friend Heather through that, who I don't remember if you knew her first, Justin, or I knew her first, but you were a mutual friend of ours.
Yeah, I knew her first.
Yeah, and then that's how we met.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I heard that story before either. This is good.
I made like 600 shitty videos after that. Most of them are privated now. You can't see them. And then eventually I made what was like the first big video I made. Probably the JoJo video, which is privated now.
JoJo for Dummies, I believe, or something.
Because it was terrible. It really was.
Hey, but it got that clickbait, son.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a picture of Dio.
It got those clicks, I should say. I erased the bait.
That cancer section was cancerous. No, but I think really once I made my Goro Akechi video, which is like kind of like the favorite video that I've made is probably my Goro Akechi video. Once I made that, I started making videos because a lot of people didn't agree with me.
Which is always fun. I like when that happens.
As my video on Death Note live action. This is dislike is 50-50. I'm fine with that. Because I can go through the comments and see how retarded people are.
Oh, I believe my most disliked video is intentional because it was my oh my god, what's it called? My body pillow. When I came back from Japan. So for the people that don't know in here, there's gonna be some of you. I went to Japan about a year ago now, and I came back and I got a whole bunch of weeb stuff, and then I did a video the day before I went, and then I did another video saying I was back, and there's a vlog of me just sitting there exhausted talking about how cool the trip was, and then the next day I was like, dude, I gotta do this. I had this. It's actually still in this room. I had this blank, like a normal body pillow, and then I was like, "Oh man, people will totally believe me that I brought a body pillow back from Japan that was of some naked lolly or something."
Oh my god!
So then I made the video. I was like, "Import," and I titled it "Imported Body Pillow from Japan NSFW" or something. So of course, I wanted it to be popular. It wasn't that. It's for my channel at that time. It was fairly popular. But it has the most dislikes because it's actually just a blank body pillow. But it's actually a body pillow of the Invisible Girl from My Hero Academia. So it's her naked. I can't. That's what they told me at the store. I'm sorry. But yeah. So that actually has. I think it has 7 dislikes for me, which is the most. So I take great pride in every single person that has clicked on that video expecting to see a naked girl on a body pillow and was disgruntled by what they saw. That's why you do YouTube. That's why people do YouTube.
It's okay. If we're gonna get into that, I got a great comment thread to highlight during this stream.
Oh, okay. Lelouch. I made sure to link that body pillow one on my blog post introducing my husband channel. I still have to do Light tagged me in a top 5 waifus thing. I have to make a video of top 5 waifus. Although everybody who knows me knows who's going to be number 1. So I've always felt like it's just it's just something I've delayed in my mind because number 1 is so far ahead of 2 through 5. It's kind of like Justin with his Fruits Basket girl.
Yeah.
Fruity. I call her Fruity in my head. Fruity Big Eyes. Toru, I think her name is.
Yep, Toru. Toru Honda.
Honda, like my car. All right, there we go.
Yeah. And Tristan.
That's only the most I feel like the name Honda has been used in many anime.
Honda.
Kind of like Yuki.
Yuki. If your name is Yuki Honda in Japan, I'm sorry. You're born to be in an anime. And if you have a brother named Yuji, oh my god. He's going to meet a girl named Shauna and they're going to have an adventure.
Yeah.
Shout Yeah, they're gonna have an invention. Shout out to Shakugan no Shana, a moderately good show
Yeah.
that me and Justin like, and like 4 other people on Earth. That's why you can get 72 episodes of it for like $20.
Yeah.
Well,
Or if you're-
that's
or
what
if-
happens when it's not a show from, you know, the late 2010s.
Oh, the golden age.
The golden age, my ass.
You know, some
Or-
people may say we are in the golden age of anime.
No, we're not. There is no golden age. Anime doesn't need to be saved either. Someone's gonna.
Yeah, I disagree with that too. That anime doesn't need to be saved.
Wait, you disagree that it doesn't need to be saved?
I
You
think
think
anime is doing fine. You just gotta look for what you like.
I thought you were about to tell me it needs to be desperately saved and like jump up on a pulpit. I think anime fans need to be saved. From a lot of things.
They do. They really do.
But
If the entire community can just get rebooted, I'd be okay with that.
the
We'll just have
community
to
rebooted. What does that
The
mean?
rebuild of the anime community.
Like you lock them in one room and then drop the nuke on them, and then
Anime fandom 2.22. Can we redo?
yeah.
Can we call this Hiroshima 2.0?
Oh no. Shout out to
Hideyuki.
Sanako and 1,000 Paper Crane.
Hideyuki Anno is going to be the one that's creating the second anime community.
Everybody will hate each other.
I mean,
Light-
everybody already hates each other.
I knew Light would have a comment on this age of anime. Fuck this age. It gave us MHA, Ass Class, Ajin, The Reflection, and a whole bunch of worse writings as seen in the media. Well, I feel
it
The
also gave us,
Reflection was doomed, by the way.
It also gave us amazing animations like Persona 5 the animation.
I thought you were gonna say studio. I thought you were about to say it gave us great animation studios like Trigger.
Look, I know
Shout
you
out to
got a
Studio
hate
Trigger.
boner for Hiroyuki Imaishi.
Well, usually it gets thrown the other way. Usually it's the joke that like Justin will be like, "Oh, well, what if Studio Trigger redid Inuyasha?" You know, I would go to that. I would fulfill that person's comment. I would go to the forest and do something with a rope. Is what I would do. If all of a sudden Rumiko Takahashi came out and was like, "We're gonna do a follow-up to Inuyasha, but we're not gonna use Sunrise," Mr. Imaishi has volunteered. Him and Yo Yoshinari and his whole fucking crew are gonna go to town. Here we go. And they're gonna be like, by the way, we have none of the same voice cast. Shippo's now the main character. Yeah. That'd be the end. I actually when I was at Anime Boston, I went to this Inuyasha panel, and they were like, one of the questions, like they were trying to amp up the crowd or whatever, and it was like toward the end. They were like, it was like all these questions to the crowd. They were like, who likes, they were, because Kaoru Iwata, the musical composer, was there, and they were playing like themes of different characters and stuff like that. So they were like, oh, who's a big Naraku fan? And I was like, the only guy that was like, yeah, he has a really cool theme in the show. And they were like, Miroku's theme, stuff like that, because Kaoru Iwata obviously composed all these. And so at one point they were like, how many of you would love to see a continuation? And I was like, and the people around me were like freaking out, and I was like, but it's already done. I didn't say that out loud though. But like, I do not, as much as I love it, I don't want to see it anymore.
You should have been like, no, fuck this. just like out loud.
Just no, 99999.
This is gonna get you a community guidelines strike.
Good. I'm glad. Just have Ano do Inuyasha. Sure. Yeah, he can do it.
It won't end though.
Yeah, it'll never end. It'll have some insane end. Yeah, go ahead. That'd be hilarious. It's just gonna have a really random final shot of Inuyasha standing there staring into the sky, holding Miroku's head, while Kagome is in a rowboat rowing in their direction, and that is not mentioned in any other episode. Like and then the credits just roll, and it's just Oh man, it's not suitable for most advertisers. It's not. My channel is not suitable for any advertisers. I don't monetize, so I'm all set with that. I like saying whatever. I'll say fuck. I still haven't done a Ghibli review yet though, but I don't use clips, so I think I'm safe. But getting back to like the real point. So why would you say, Art, you said there was sort of a disparity between why you originally started and why you continue to make content. So why do you currently make content?
I think there's a lot of retards in the world.
Perfect answer. All right, guys, see you next time.
And let me give you a little bit of a taste.
The comments?
So,
okay.
Yes. So I was originally going to mention this one comment on my Neo Yokio video, but I think the time has come to actually surface a comment on my Goro Akechi video. Because it is the dumbest opinion I have ever heard. Now, I'm not saying that people can't have their opinions. Everybody's welcome to their opinion. But just know that some opinions are bad.
Everyone's loving your retard comment, by the way.
So, if I asked you, my asthma,
yeah,
or Justin, either one of you, it doesn't really matter. If I asked you what constitutes a terribly written character, what would you say?
Well, I define how I like characters based on a couple criteria. So if they're shittily written, they are not relatable, or they're not interesting, or they... So they're not relatable, they're not interesting, they're not inspirational, they're not... Because I usually, if I like someone, I like them, I like the character because he inspires me, he intrigues me, or he interests me. Usually those three. So if he does none of those, or he's just, or if he's disappointing, like if I expect something out of him and he's just completely different, or if he's something, if he's a person that if I met them IRL, I wouldn't want to hang out with them. I don't want to watch them in a cartoon.
And Justin?
Yeah, it's basically what Miasma said, except I focus more on relatability, I guess.
Okay. So if I were to present you with two characters, let's say I presented you with, I don't know, Shinji and Dr. Neo Cortex from Crash Bandicoot, okay?
Okay.
I think generally we can say both of those characters did what they were meant to do.
Sure.
Yeah.
Would you necessarily gravitate to calling Cortex a bad character just because he's evil?
No, of course not.
Okay, so this is where it begins. On my Goro Akechi video, which, spoilers if you haven't played Persona 5 at this point, but Goro Akechi is one of the main villains.
Okay.
And I labeled my video in defense of Goro Akechi. Now, all these dumbasses thought I was going to defend a serial killer in his morality. Instead, I was actually defending the character as a well-written character. I can understand people are saying, you know, he wasn't well-written because X, Y, Z. Okay, that's fine. But this one guy, legitimately says that the only reason any of the fan base remotely can justify a murderer as a good character is because it is Persona.
What?
So I would...
Nani?
I would like you to think of all of the characters that you know from anime, games, movies, what have you, that are murderers.
Okay.
And are good characters.
Many?
Yeah, I can think of a few.
this guy, this becomes a comment thread, and he's like, "Do you forgive Jeffrey Dahmer or Ted Bundy because of what they did?" And I'm like, no, guy. You know, there's characters like Shogo from Psycho Pass, Light Yagami, Jack from Final Fantasy X that are all pretty good characters. And this guy's like, "I'm not going to reply to you. This is more important to you than it is to me."
So that guy must hate like the idea of criminology, where like people are like severely interested in how like Dahmer and all these people, like they're interested in the person and how they became this individual. So that guy must think that that's like celebrating them. Like, how dare you seek knowledge? Knowledge is for no one.
The best part is his avatar is Captain America.
Okay.
So it's like you know that this guy sees villains all the time. So is he like channeling his inner Captain America?
I wonder how he would feel. I want to watch Princess Mononoke with him. Because Princess Mononoke is a beautiful film, aesthetically, and story, and its characters. Mostly, I find it very interesting because, I mean, maybe Billy Bob Thornton's character is probably like not great at his core, but the majority of the antagonists, and given their antagonist scenes, are doing what they're doing for a specific purpose, for a reason that could be construed as good in some people's eyes. So I wonder if this guy would sit and watch Princess Mononoke and been like, why are they celebrating the animal spirits trying to keep their fucking home from the people? Why? This lady, they're trying to humanize her. She's helping the lepers. She should only be an antagonist. No one is deep. No one is complex. She fires guns at wolves. Ergo, she's bad.
And you know that's like one of the worst examples that I have. But I have other examples where like I had this one guy go off on me saying that politics doesn't belong in anime. And I get where he was coming from. The original source of the discussion had to do with like the whole thing when Funimation was putting in certain choice words into their dubs.
Okay.
But he let the conversation go to the point where no story should ever, any fictional story, should ever have anything to do with politics. And I'm like, but Gundam, but Code Geass, but like half of everything that exists.
I would watch Code. I wonder what he thinks of Code Geass.
Well, I explained to him that Code Geass had politics in it, and I explained to him that I gave him the plot of 3 different series. I don't remember all 3 of them. One was Geass, one was World of Warcraft. The other one I don't remember, but I gave him like the plot of them and how political some parts get, and he's like, "You're injecting politics into this discussion. Why are you confusing me?"
Yeah, how dare you? Yeah, you should watch A Clockwork Orange with him. It'll blow his mind.
Yeah, I think the 2 of these people should watch A Clockwork Orange together.
Oh my God, Justin, have you ever you are I mean, I'm the smallest here.
Yeah.
Not physically, but in terms of YouTube channels, have you encountered do you have any cool stories of encountering people commenting or something that you have created?
I have no retards, but I do have death threats.
You've had death threats.
Yeah.
That's even juicier. Spill those beans all over the floor.
I had someone like comment say, "Hey, yeah, I'm your cousin." I'm like, "Okay," and he said, "I'm coming over and I'm you." And I gave him, and I trolled him. I gave him a winky face, and then the comments just stopped. And then I go to his freaking channel, and he's trying to make a bear trap, and the bear trap snaps on his freaking thumb, and I'm just like, wow.
Wow. Oh my god.
Yeah,
The internet, man, the internet.
I love it.
Why
You know,
don't I have this yet? God damn it. Someone in chat make an alt account if you're not already subbed to me. Sub to me just for the sake of telling me to kill myself, please. It'll make me feel better about my life.
Just post one of your videos on our anime. I'm sure you'll get somebody.
Yeah.
Don't forget Kill la Kill as a political allegory for communism.
Yeah.
Why'd you got to bring up Kill la Kill? I understand Kill la Kill. I never said it wasn't deep. It's got meaning behind it. I just hate how it looks.
So to answer Light, I don't know why I got the death threat. I just assumed that he's a kid.
We wanted you to die.
And he was trying to be funny. But I found it funny when he got his thumb crushed by a bear trap. If that makes him feel any better. Also, to ask Art, I wonder how that guy that said that serial killers aren't cool, I wonder how he would feel if I said, yeah, I love Freddy Krueger. You know, and
Thank you.
And I love Jason Voorhees, and, you know, I think they're really cool characters. You know, I wouldn't hang out with them in real life, but, like this is fiction. This isn't real. No one's going to come into my dreams and kill me.
I wonder...
Maybe that one kid that sent me a death threat is going to come in my dreams one day, but, you know, whatever.
Gyre Media. Lido make a blog. Gyre Media 4.44. Jokes go overhead. It's a whole post trashing my channel. That's a perfect title.
It's called Gyre too. It's perfect.
So that's. Have you seen? I know I'm starting to know the formula based upon watching Bob's hate comment videos, because you just got to find the show. Like, you know what I really should do is just make Black Clover vids and just say how much I hate it or something like. Because like when you hate the popular thing, or at least the thing with a cult backing, like Bob did his Steins Gate video and his Akabe ga Kill videos, and those two seem to be cluttered with the people that were telling him to go end his life. Most of Akabe ga Kill, which is weird because it's not that great a show. But the people that really love it will die for it, apparently, or tell you to. I guess I just don't talk about shows that people are that defensive of. I'm also pretty nice.
You know, Vatican Miracle Examiner.
Vatican Miracle Examiner. That's true. Or Handshakers.
Yeah.
I'm also pretty nice.
Only one person's gonna come after us if we say Handshakers or shit.
Fucking Rob. Anigeddon.
Yeah, Anigeddon or Rob the Jotaku.
I hope he makes a video again at some point in his life.
Same. I would love for him to make a video so he can just get on here and we can talk about Handshakers.
Now go trash K-On! Digi will make an entire video about me.
I mean, you could.
I could. I don't want to watch K-On! I feel like to have some backing, I should know something about K-On!
I wouldn't be able to do that because I actually liked K-On!
I'm also going to guess that it's probably not that terrible. I really don't like Kino's Journey, as evidenced by my drops video, and I figured that anybody I've ever mentioned that to has given me a slight hard time about it.
Yeah, you might get some hate for that because Kino's Journey, like every post I see, is like, oh yeah, Kino's a 9 out of 10 worthy anime.
It's not.
And I really like it, but like, I'm not gonna say go kill yourself.
I mean, to me.
If
I look into the camera and I say, Justin, by the way, this portion of this video is for Justin Shipman. If you like Kino's Journey, go kill yourself, you piece of shit. This show sucks. It's a fucking girl riding her motorcycle around looking down on everybody. Man. And it talks, and they don't explain why. And I was confused. I don't know. It wasn't my cup of tea.
I was confused. You know what's going to happen when you say I was confused?
Oh, they're going to say I'm stupid? Yeah, it's fine. Good. I don't want to go in that section of the pool. I'm good in the shallow section. I'll sit there with my Inuyasha.
Your Inuyasha and your Dur Pepper.
I love how I could watch Serial Experiments Lane. And I love Lane, but like Kino's Journey, dude. You just it's too deep. You don't get it, dude. But I think that's probably the only, and that's like an older show. Well, I guess they did the remake or follow-up season or whatever they did. Was that a second season? Did either of you watch that?
The Kino's Journey?
The new Kino's Journey?
Yeah, I saw the second season.
It's a second season? It's not just a re...
I mean, some of it is, but it's basically just a
Not that it fucking matters, because it's Kino's Journey, and then you can watch episode, 4, and then watch it. Well, I guess... I didn't... To be honest, I dropped it after 5 episodes. So I guess... I don't know if what I'm saying is valid, but you can watch episode 5 and then watch episode 2. It doesn't...
You could. I mean, you could, because it's episodic. And you could start with the new one and be okay, not watch the old one. But the movies are terrible.
I mean, I gotta find... Maybe someone really, really hates Children of Wales, and they'll watch my most recent review of it. And
they'll tell you to kill yourself.
Yeah. I mean, someone just commented that they thought that everybody on the poster of the show was a girl, and that they were going to zip their pants back up. So that was Axel, by the way, Light. Yeah, I thought that might be my favorite comment yet so far. That was pretty good. That was nice. That was good to have my to come back on my computer and just see the first notification was someone. I thought that all the characters in the poster were female. Then you said that they were guys, and I zipped my pants back up. I should show that guy Land of the Lustrous, where technically they don't have gender.
Oh, then you're opening a whole new can of worms there.
That's a good show, by the way. I recommend it. I want a season 2. I don't know if it's gonna happen though.
You should make it happen.
I should make it happen. How?
Yeah.
With what?
You go over to Japan. You go and break into their house and be like, "Yo, Darth Vader."
Wait, hold up. You just said go over to Japan and break into their house. Like Japan is one big house.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do that.
Just one house. It's just one huge samurai dojo. Is that what you're picturing?
Yeah, it's one big giant high school.
It's one big high school.
Houses.
Okay.
Yeah, so you go into there. You go into the dude's house.
The dude.
You go into the dude or girls or whoever made it. You have a cassette player and headphones. You have heavy metal onto it. Make sure it's cranked up really loud. Turn it on while they're sleeping, while they have the earphones on. Be like, I'm Darth Vader, and I'm going to melt your brains if you don't do it. And then you go back to the future. Yeah?
Okay. I'll get on that. I want to go to Japan next year. So
yeah,
I'll make that part of the itinerary.
Yeah.
Making Land of the Lustrous happen with ridiculous means. Okay, so I'll add this to it, and then I want to touch on my other project that I've been working on. How long do you see yourself as a content creator, and what do you think you would like to change about what you do, or what do you think what's something that you want to delve into more, or something like that? So, and because I add the pressure to everybody, I'll say I'm going to make videos for as long as it makes me and the people that I make the videos for happy. And I find it therapeutic coming home from work every day and stuff like that. And life can be stressful. And sometimes talking about what you're passionate about is fun. And I like it to be fun. And I think if it ever stopped being fun, I would stop. But I don't really see that happening. And it's given me a lot more positives in my life than negatives. The negatives are just finding the time to actually set up and record my shitty videos / take the time to watch some of the shows when in my few hours when I'm not sleeping or driving to work or working and I'm not playing Overwatch. It's just, so I guess just organizing time is the hardest part, which is self-inflicted.
Yeah.
So there really isn't any, at least yet, negatives to it. It's all been positive. Like I met you two guys, and I've met a whole Enlight and a whole community of friends. And F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me, and is for anywhere in any time at all, and that's when I'll make videos. So there you go, Justin. Your turn. What would you, and I don't. Other as for content, I mean, I like to do random segments. Like I like to talk. Like I have a taste of manga, and I have the BS podcast. I should do more of those because I really like just shooting the shit. And just putting some fucking random image on the screen, and then I just talk. And I literally like sit back like this, and I'm like, yeah, I mean that show is pretty shitty. But yeah, it's pretty much just that. I like that, but I guess more of the content that I would want to watch, and I'd also like more suggestions from people because I do like appeasing people to some extent. Like if they said, "Hey, this show is really good. Would you mind doing a review of it?" Which I don't get a lot of because I'm not that popular. I would really love it if people did that.
Hey, Miasma.
Yes.
You know, I really like Black Clover. It's really enjoyable. Will you watch it and review it?
Fuck you.
Okay, but what if somebody paid you?
It's not done. It's not over.
Okay, so let's say like in a year, like next year, someone pays you like $10. Hey, yes, will you watch Black Clover and review it?
If it's done. If someone gave me $10, I'd watch Black Clover.
I agree with Light. You should have a taste of manga video where you actually eat a manga.
I've thought about like when I first came up with the title. I mean, honestly, I just rip off of another manga show that was on YouTube done by a famous YouTuber. But I just changed up the name pretty much. It's the same format. When I named it A Taste of Manga, I was like, man, I should just like pretend to actually bite it. But then I was like, I actually like this manga, so I don't want my teeth marks on it or anything. If I ever read something shitty, like I have My Girlfriend is a T-Rex on my plan to read on my shelf. So my guess is that's not going to be a Pulitzer Prize winner or a fucking like, what's it called? What's the medal? I don't know. It's not going to be a fucking award winner. So that'll probably be a shitty one. Maybe I'll bite that one. It's about dinosaurs.
Hey, Light has a request here. Do a video interviewing Monica Rial.
No.
She's the main character in Index, and now every time I hear her voice, I think
okay, I'll be sure if I watched it. I watched it in Japanese.
I mean, it has Mika Sawasad is the main guy. He's pretty cool.
Hey, I'll say this: Monica Rial's in Snow White with red hair, but she plays a
She's
very
in everything.
But
you can throw a dartboard at like a list of anime from the years 2014 till now, and I bet you that dart is within like 3 anime that she's probably been part of.
You see, Monica Rial is just like a background character, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. She's a tree.
Yeah, she's a tree.
All right, Justin. How long do you see yourself doing this? What would you change, etc.?
I don't know how I see myself like doing this. Like I've been doing this for a very long time. I've been doing this for about 5 years, but I've been keeping a schedule, and I want to keep that schedule. But doing a video every week is very hard because I just don't want to burn myself out, and that's why I do 1 video a week, because I couldn't see myself doing 4 videos a week because that'd just be torture. But I do want to change up my content. I don't want to be just anime guy. I don't want to be the anime person or whatever.
You don't want to be the anime man?
No, I don't want to be the anime man. You know, I want to do videos about video games. I want to talk about wrestling a lot more. But I need a capture card for video games, and for wrestling, I don't want to get copyright strike because Vince is a very, very finical man. But yeah, you know, I'll just take one day at a time. So, you know, who knows?
Here you go. All right. What about you, man?
Also, just one more thing.
One more thing, Jack.
As long as I have people keep on requesting me and going to my Patreon and being like, "Hey, review Ronja the Robber's Daughter," you know, I'll still be making videos.
Yes. By the way, everybody go to these guys' Patreons, and give them money. And if I ever actually make a Patreon someday, then you can give me money, but only after you give them money. That's a requirement.
Yeah.
I don't have one yet.
Also, I highly disagree with you, Light. Monica Rial was not the best part in Death Parade.
The best part of Death Parade was when it ended. Okay. Art of Anime. Your turn.
That's wrong. That is wrong. But no, a lot of the stuff you said, Miasma, is pretty much the same for me. I don't think I can really add too much to what you said.
It's supposed to be fun. I like it to be fun. I think that like what Justin said, and what actually circling back to Bob Samurai, how he's directing his channel now to not solely be about anime or something, or talking about what you want to talk about and what makes you happy. And if other people are enjoying that, they're going to keep enjoying that. Some people might not like some video that you're making, but guess what? It's YouTube. There's a bajillion different content creators, and none of them are making money off of ad revenue anymore. So, luckily, people have Patreon, like these two guys. By the way, you should donate to them. There's another shameless plug. And people can make the content that they want to create. Speaking of creating content, one thing I wanted to briefly touch about, and this is gonna kind of seem out of nowhere, but I've been meaning to get it off of my chest more so than in like the two people I've talked with it about on Discord. I thought about it when I was talking about what I was doing this week, and on top of watching, it's one reason why I had started Index this week. For a long time, growing up, I was always really, really, really big into writing. And I was a journalist for all 4 years in high school and like three and a half years of college. I have my degree is in communications and a minor in a concentration in journalism, because my school was kind of small and we didn't have a minor in journalism, so they call it a concentration. It's a weird thing. So I've always liked writing, even nonfiction and fiction. I had gotten away from writing fiction for years and years now. It was something that I did years ago, and just for whatever reason, I think it's in like my passion of anime, it went away and sort of coming back, and I've actually started working on what I hope to be a series of light novels that I write. I've had various ideas for a long time, and I'm starting to sort of pick and place what I want to write about, if not just amalgamizing them into one. I've taken like some items from like this A story, B story, and now this character who was originally two individuals is now becoming one, like an Overwatch hero, like Jetpack Cat, if you know Overwatch at all. So yeah, I'm doing that, and I might talk about that some more on my channel. But if you're friends with me on Discord or something like that, and you ever want to know more about that, you could ask me about on Discord, or even comment on one of my videos or something. Give me some more of those comments in my analytics. But yeah, so there's something I'm working on. So like, I don't think I'd actually be doing that if I wasn't making videos, which is kind of why in my head I tied it into this conversation, because I'm not the most social of person, and I'm a rather shy dude. And making videos, like I said, it's therapeutic, and I think it's helpful with that, because it's much easier in my head to talk to this camera, even though I see you guys there, to talk to this camera than talking to people in real life or something like that, and expressing how I feel about things. And I honestly think that for a long time, I let a lot of my potential social anxieties or stuff like that, or other things about my personality cloud me doing what I want to do, which is create stuff that makes me happy, including writing shitty light novels, or making shitty videos. It's just all shitty. It's just that's the basis of Miasma. It's
but someone perceives it as gold. Don't worry.
It's just shit.
Yeah.
It's just I'm gonna change my channel colors to brown. It's like Attack on Titan. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I don't know if either of you have ever tried a venture similar to that. I know Light is a big writer. Only piece of fictional writing I finished in months was that Create story one I did for my blog. I'm gonna have to check that out, dude. But yeah, so I'm doing that. I have no set. If you know me, I call myself the embodiment of disorganization. So, I mean, I only have pages so far. Not even a chapter done yet as far as I want to design it. But I have, like, in my head, kind of the puzzle of how I think it's going to be, and the premise and so forth. I might make a video like solely about that in the future if anybody's interested. But have you guys ever tried something similar or worked on something? I actually don't know if you've written stuff in the past or whatever. J-Chip, we'll start with you just to make it awkward.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay. Maybe I'll make a character of you, and he'll be a guy that hates to write.
Yeah. I honestly I've been wanting to get into abridging, but that's kind of a bitch to get together.
Yeah. Yeah, be careful. That's a toxic community too.
It is. That's why I just stick to my own thing, because you know the anime community is gonna explode one day, and they're just gonna 2.0 is gonna happen.
If you ever abridge, I have to be part of it.
Yeah, you are. I might abridge Inuyasha and be like, yeah, hey, yeah, do you want
Black Clover? Yeah. Black Clover abridge.
Black Clover.
I think Black Clover is already abridging itself.
I could do a Kuwabara if you do like a Hakusho one. But that's like the only one. I don't think I could do anybody in Inuyasha.
I'll do Inuyasha, and you can play Kikyo.
I'll be Kikyo, the person who I used to hate. I have a complicated relationship with her because I like her every time I rewatch the show.
Yeah.
So in theory, if I keep watching the show, she's actually going to become my favorite character.
Yeah.
So I can do Kikyo.
And it'll take like a billion years to finish because copyright.
Right. I'll just be Kikyo, and she just wanders around, and she's back from the dead and fucking wandering the earth.
And plus, I find it funny to hear people being like, yeah, that's a really cool voice. And then they realize that it's a man playing a woman.
Inuyasha, you cursed me years ago. Fuck boy. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Can we make it very vulgar? By the way, it has to be insanely vulgar if I'm part of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's
gotta be like when I do the you're Mishi, you piece of shit. You fucking beat my ass. You beat my ass every time we fight, you're Mishi, but I'm gonna keep challenging you to fight. But yeah, and Art, what about you? Do you have any other ventures that you would want to delve into?
I'm not sure right now, honestly.
Yeah, I totally spring that on people. But now that I know that Justin wants to do abridged, maybe that will happen someday.
Maybe
that'd be great. We have to do an abridged. It has to be the best abridged ever, and Art will be in it, and Light can be in it, and everybody's allowed to be in it. Everyone.
Yeah, we'll
send audio clips to Justin's email.
Well, we'll get a hold of Monica Riel, and she'll be in the abridged.
Just send random audio clips to Justin, and then we'll just incorporate them somehow into whatever narrative we're telling.
Yeah.
Can you abridge my light novels, please? Can you animate them and pivot? Animate them and pivot, and then just fuck with the story.
The art of anime will turn into art of manga. How does that make you feel, Art?
What was that?
The art of anime will turn into the art of manga.
Turn into the art of manga.
Oh, wow.
How does that make you feel?
No, I don't know. What are you getting at?
What does it entail? That he's going to talk about more manga?
Yeah, that's going to be your evolution. You know, when you hit a certain level, you'll evolve.
It's just going to be by level up.
He needs a thunderstone.
I need a thunderstone.
He needs a thunderstone, a firestone, and a leaf stone at the same time.
Why not a water stone?
Because fuck it. If you do that, then you die. There's a thin line of error here. You can't have that shit in there. I'll have a hentai artist turn your light novel into a hentai manga. Yeah, I would love that. Who's Light? Who's to say that what I'm writing isn't a little raunchy? It's not really raunchy, but it's okay. Light, if it comes into fruition, I will give you the rights to write the doujin about it. You can write the doujin about my light novel, and I want you to have like fucking on every page. Like there's not really a narrative. It's more so just flesh. Alrighty. On that note, on the idea of people fucking on every page. Please check out these guys' channels, Art of Anime and the J Chip Show. And I actually didn't say J Chip from the J Chip Show that time, and it felt odd. Check out his Q&A. It's really fucking funny. He speaks Swedish in it.
And Spanish.
And Spanish. It's very cool. Check out their channels. Donate to their Patreons. Yeah, thank you all for coming. And thank you guys for being here. And we will see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Later.